Let's take a look at race number 8, Saturday at Saratoga. The Grade 1 H. Allen Jerkens Memorial Stakes, 7 furlongs with a purse of $500,000. Let's take a look at the field. Let's look at the one-horse Conacher. He'll be forwardly placed in this race. Out of 9 races, he's been in the money 8 times. 2 for 2 at the distance. 4 races back, Keeneland impressively won the non-winners of 2 Lifetime by 6 3/4, put up a really nice speed figure. Next time out at Churchill, put up an even better speed figure, winning by 5 1/4. Then he stretched him out, raced him in the Iowa Derby, finished 2nd to 8th Life Grand. Last time out, put him back at a sprint, won the stakes race at Colonial Downs by 2 1/4. This is his first time going against Greatest Stakes Company, getting 7-2 on the one-horse Conacher. Look at the 2-horse Running Son of a Gun. Last time out, Grade 2 Amsterdam, finished 3rd behind Gunite and a Creta. He was 56-1 in that race, getting 30-1 on Running Son of a Gun. Take a look at the 3 Howling Time at 10-1. He started off pretty well, winning his maiden debut at Churchill. Then he put him in the Street Sense. He won that by 3 1/4. Looked impressive his first couple races. Then after that, he went on a 3-race losing streak, and he didn't look good at all in those 3 races. He came back to race 3 races back, sloppy track at Churchill. Finally put it back together again, winning by 5. Just lost to Cyberknife in the Matt Win. And he finished 4th in the Haskell. He's got some nice workouts. Howling Time, getting 10-1 on Howling Time. Joe Talamo returns for the mount. Take a look at the 4-horse Actuator. 2 races back, he broke his maiden by 7 1/4. And he ran him in the Indiana Derby next time out, and he won that race, getting 12-1 on this horse. He's in good form. Cutting him back to a sprint again. This is an interesting pick at 12-1. You're getting John Velasquez. I'm going to use Actuator on my tickets. Take a look at the 5-horse Happy Jack. Now, Calumet Farm put him on the Derby trail. Well, they were kind of ambitious with that because ran in the Santa Anita Derby and finished 3rd, but he was 12 lengths behind the winner. Put him in the Kentucky Derby and, well, finished 14th in that race. Then he ran him back in the Preakness. They really had high hopes for Happy Jack. He finished 8th in that race. Out of 8 races, Happy Jack has 2 wins. I think this Grade 1 race is just a little bit too much for Happy Jack. You get 15-1 on the 5-horse Happy Jack, ridden by Flavian Pratt. And then there's Jack Christopher. He broke his maiden at Saratoga by 8 3/4. After winning his maiden, he ran in Grade 1 Champagne. He won that by 2 3/4. For long layoff, made his 3-year-old debut at Churchill, winning a Pat Day Mile by 3 3/4. And that Woody Stevens, he put on a show in that race. He won by 10 lengths. He's a very impressive 3-year-old. And he ran him in a Haskell. I went against him in a Haskell. I didn't think he wanted anything to do with a mile and an 8th. And he ran well in that race. Finished 3rd on a couple of solid 3-year-olds, Cyberknife and Tabor. He's cutting back to a distance that he likes, 7 furlongs. He's a sprinter, Jack Christopher. He doesn't want anything to do with 2 turns. He's a 1-turn horse. I like Jack Christopher at 6-5. He's going to be tough to beat in this race. Only way he doesn't show up is if that Haskell might have taken a little bit of something out of him. But if it hasn't, he's going to be tough to beat. Jack Christopher is 6-5, written by Jose Ortiz. And there's the 7-horse Totalizer. Long shot at 50-1. I think Mike Maker's just taking a shot in this race. Totalizer doesn't belong against these. Getting 50-1 on the 7-horse Totalizer. Take a look at the 8-horse Gunite. Last time out in Amsterdam, I picked him at 7-1. He ran a really good race. Did a good job of fighting off Accretive, who challenged him pretty good in the stretch. Gunite was able to fight him off, hold on for the win. Out of 9 races, he's finishing the money 8 times. 3 races at Saratoga, he's got 2 wins and a second. 3 races at the distance, he's got 2 wins and a second. I like the form that Gunite is in. He's getting 6-1 on the morning line. I will use Gunite on my tickets. Take a look at the 9-horse Creta. It's a lightly raced 3-year-old gelding with a ton of upside. Broke his maiden at Belmont by 5 3/4. Next time out in the Grade 2 Amsterdam. Just lost to Gunite by a neck. Put up a really nice, impressive speed figure in that race. Like Accretive with Irad Ortiz, I'm going to use the 9-horse Accretive on my tickets. So these are the horses that I'm using. I'm using Actuator, Jack Christopher, Gunite, and Accretive. I actually think there's several horses you can use underneath. I mean, I'm not using Conager, but I could see Conager hitting the board and making up some exotics. I think it's a pretty good race. I think it's a pretty good betting race. But the horse I'm picking to win, as long as he shows up, they're not beating him. I'm going with Jack Christopher to win the H. Allen Jerkens. I'm using Jack over Actuator, Gunite, and Accretive. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know who you're picking. Good luck.